There are at least two unattractive traits that I have. One is cowardice, and the other being concerned about my looks, or lack of them, as some often tell me as part of my targeting. My wanting to stay relatively fit and healthy throughout my life I don't see as a negative trait, and becomes ever more important to me because of my being gang stalked these last 14 to 15 years. I don't know whether my concern about the visual signs of a particularly physically painful part of my targeting can be seen as vanity. The onset of veins snaking across my legs and the sides of my head, what looks like a form of cellulite on my upper legs, and premature aging because of the targeted heating of my body from gang stalking tenants and others does bother me. I do see it as a form of disfigurement. Seeing my wrinkled hands is a daily reminder of this, and I believe were caused by my placing my arms and hands under my outer thighs when I used to sleep in the flat, as a means to get some temporary relief from the burning and aches to my legs that I'd get each night, though my upper and lower legs were not the only areas affected. Any parts of my body facing the flats below did receive the burning, as I've often said in my videos. The latest visible sign, which again I will put down to my targeting, I did show in an early video, but don't think it showed it well. As with my hands, I see this as a premature aging effect from whatever hardware is burning me each night. I've never been one for laying in the sun, and during the summer, as I ride my bike, I wear a t-shirt over a longer sleeved shirt, and I also use cycling gloves or mitts, so don't see how this can be related to my skin being aged by the sun. Forgive me for posing as if a contestant in a Mr. Puniverse contest. In order for the aging effects to be seen, this is necessary. The veins on my arms I've had since my teens, and are not due to pumping any iron. I don't go to a gym, and my only form of exercise is via my bike, and when I was younger I loved playing football. I'm happy with veins on my arms, but don't like them on my legs and head. The police won't, of course, admit to their complicity in my targeting, and they sure are not going to confess to knowledge I'm secretly being tortured, even if they might secretly be happy for the sadistic pond life to disfigure and harm me using no-touch torture methods. Could my claims that the visual disfigurement is part of my targeting and caused by some form of hardware be corroborated by the medical profession, or would they have other reasons for the disfiguring? I still find it very difficult to understand why the police steadfastly refuse to admit to their part in the gang stalking operations. I can understand to a certain degree why they might sanction my harassment, the stalking, the surveillance and torture, but it makes no sense to turn a blind eye to those whistleblowers, journalists and anyone else who lead good, honourable lives, yet continue to suffer the persecution and torture that I do because of organisational silence.